Hi, I'm Ryan F. Gassian, and in this video I'm going to talk about Doug Ford and his plans for sex education in Ontario. In this video I'm going to talk about Ford's plans and what they might mean for sex education in Ontario. Now, Ford says that he wants to get rid of the current sex education plan. Now, he hasn't been specific about what he's going to replace it with. However, given that his base is predominantly made up of social conservatives, we can assume that abstinence-only programs is one of the things he might bring up. So in this video, I'm not going to be talking about what Ford might do because, again, he hasn't been specific. Instead, I'm going to talk about why abstinence-only programs are not good and should not be relied upon in reducing STDs or preventing teen pregnancy. Now, the main proponent for abstinence-only programs tend to be social conservatives. It usually has to do with their ultra-conservative views regarding religion and sex. Basically, they feel it only should happen in marriage, and it should be done solely for the purpose of procreation. I'm not going to tell people how to live their lives. If they want to wait until marriage before having sex, that's their prerogative. However, when we're talking about sex education, that is money that comes from the people, everyone. We all have a say on this. Now, in the United States, of the 11 states that have actually done studies on this issue, they have found no supporting evidence to suggest that abstinence-only programs actually work. In fact, they have found evidence that suggests that it actually leads to a rise of STDs. One of the reasons for this is that people who make such pledges find loopholes. For example, they might not have intercourse, but they might have anal intercourse or oral intercourse. You can still spread STDs by this method. And because they don't know how to use a condom properly, they have no protection. We know that teens who don't use contraception have a 90% higher chance of getting pregnant than those that do. Obviously, they would have a 100% chance of not getting pregnant if they didn't have sex, but again, that's living in fantasy land. To assume that all kids are going to hold themselves until they get married is ridiculous. The vast majority of them are going to have sex, and if they don't know how to use a contraceptive, or if they just simply don't buy one, well, they're going to be more likely to have kids. That's going to lead to higher teen pregnancies, and for you social conservatives, it's also going to mean more abortions. Yes, I know how much you hate abortion. You believe it's murder. Well, if you teach kids not to have protective sex, they're going to have more teen pregnancies and more abortions. So you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're going to have to make a choice. Are you for sex education or are you for abortions? Because you can't have it both ways. Abstinence only also sends a wrong message, especially to young girls. In societies where they have this, they teach women that their morality is determined on their virginity. A good woman is someone who waits until she meets the right guy. There's a reason why the word whore has a negative connotation to it when we use it on women, but doesn't have a negative connotation when we describe men who are also promiscuous. So again, we don't know exactly what Ford intends. He might just want to change the laws and have a combination of abstinence and sex education, though I don't understand how that's going to work or how that wouldn't please anyone. It's most likely that he wants to get rid of the current sex education. Either means we're not going to have a sex education, period, or he means that we're going to go into the abstinence only, which would be a disaster. Again, studies have shown that the best way to combat teen pregnancy is with contraception and teaching kids how to engage in safe, consensual sex. Anyways, that's my 2 cents. Thank you. Thank you for listening, and please help my channel by liking this video and subscribing. Oh, and visit my website at www.darknessinamerica.com to read my short stories about a future United States where people live in fear of inquisitors, telepathic assassins who police the populace for thought crimes.